Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue painting the Millennium Falcon, and we're going to go with the next part of the light gray. Yeah, I've gotten some questions about, what guide I'm following. I'm following the Josh Rath guide. It's in the description. You can download in the Ty McWilliams recommendation. And I painted the base color using the myfalcon.com recommendation of this acrylic. Not acrylic, excuse me, Tamiya AS20 Insignia White. Now, if you're doing it, if you buy his guide, you can definitely go buy it. He recommends, Mr. Josh, is the dark rime that you painted. Either way, you should prime it gray. I went with the white because I'm old and I need to be able to see this thing. And if I did the dark gray, it would just blend in with everything, and I would have a hard time masking all this and matching it. In the end, if what you do go with the dark gray, you're going to, at the end, do a light grime, and that'll lighten up the model after everything is built. And we'll probably do that step, but it is your model, and it's your way. And all of us model builders do things a different way. And I like to disclaim that I'm trying to get as close to accurate as I can. But if you're looking at the absolute accurate, there are some other model builders that I do recommend. And you go to Ty McWilliams' site, and there it's all spelled out for you. You know, he shows you how to build it. That's good at myfalcon.com. And you have the guides that come with the Millennium Falcon. Stephen did a great job, and he's the expert go-to. And I'll leave his video at the end of this one if you want to look at it. He's the one that advised the Agostini on how to do this. So with that said, this is old Cad Nolan, the model builders way of painting the Millennium Falcon. So I hope you join me on my journey. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. Without further dragging this along, let's get busy with the build.
Oh, thank goodness we're coming out of the asteroid field.
Let's get out of here. Ready for light speed? 1, 2, 3. It's not fair. Transfer circuits are working. It's not my fault.
By the way, I fixed my Stream Deck with the OBS, and it was a whole update fiasco. So this is step B, and it's the Lark Light Gray, and here it is here. And I'll leave a link to ArchiveX where you can buy the paint. It's 1975, and you're buying the ESB versions of the Millennium Falcon. So make sure you select that for the deagostini model. If you're building another model of the Millennium Falcon, there's another version you're going to have to. And for the love of me, I can't remember what the name of that is, but it's definitely on the ArchiveX site. So that's the color we're going to be using today. And here's all the areas. As you can see, I blue masked it as well. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a tip. I went over to my buddies at Hub Hobby, and they gave me the hand paint version of the insignia, matching the insignia white color. Chuck did that for me. And that's going to be great for those little touch-ups areas. Speaking of touching up, guess what I had to do? I had to go and build me an inside little paint area that the powers that be has agreed that as long as it's by the door and I open the door, I can paint, because I can't wait on this weather. I ain't got so much time to do this, and it takes up, me and the weather not going to get along out there, and then there's the wind. So till I'm finished that studio, I've been allocated an area in the back of the house where I can open the door and paint, because you got to ventilate. That's what I'm trying to point out. Don't try to do this without ventilation. You'll make everybody mad in the house, and then there's your health. And you should wear a respirator if you're not a non-ventilated area, but I would not recommend ever painting with an airbrush without ventilation. So Anyhow, let's get busy. I'm going to go to the other camera, and I got my nice. I got switched camera here too in the studio version of this. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Got now we're at the top. Okay, so here we got our Archive X, and this is what you get: 3 boxes of paint, 5, 10, 15 come in there, and this is the ABS version, and this is our the paint we're going to be using today. The light gray paint, and this is the thinner that I use, the Tamiya X20A thinner. That's my go-to thinner for this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and oh, oops. Yeah, that's what I'm sorry. The mind went that way. We're going to mix up this paint, and how I do it is I put 2 quarts paint and 1 quart thinner. And what I don't see is my mixing bottle. I'm gonna go find that. Okay, we're back. I found it, but I knocked over about good. My my front stuff went down, and that was 30 minutes to clean that up. That would have probably been more exciting, watching that than the actual building and painting. This is my little dropper that I use, so I can measure exactly where I go, and with my paint. And I put a little black mark. It's basically here at the bottom, right here. And you squeeze, I fill it up here. So therefore, I can measure how much paint I'm using in thinner. And sometimes, when you're doing this, when you're mixing the Archive X, you go with a formula just like you would with, in science class. And you got to sometimes adjust the paint and the thinner depending on the consistency for the airbrush. And I'm going to go through that. It's a good thing to get a mix in and mix this paint up. And I thought it had a little ball in it. It doesn't. One of them did, though. I don't know. It felt like it did. But that was the red, and this one did not. So I always like to mix the paint up really good. And try not to lose. This paint is not cheap. You can only get it off the store. Normally, I buy everything I can from Hub Hobby in New Orleans, and that's what I go to for all my Tamiya. But the book that I'm using, the guide I'm using, recommends this paint. It's good paint, but it's hard to work with. Put the cap. Did y'all see me put the cap back on? No, I did. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up with thinner. Okay. Okay. Let's do the black line. Put it in my little mixing. 1 quart thinner. 2 quart paint. Come over here to the paint. Paint out. It takes a couple. No. Stick paint. Okay. Mhm. That's 2. Okay. Get this handy by, because we may have to, get some more paint out of that. Put the cap back on. Put the cap back on, Cadnola. Because you knock that thing over, and I have paint all over the studio. Okay, now I want to mix it up really good. I did buy one of those electrical mixers. That didn't come out too well. Okay, got it. Now it's all nice and mixed up. This is going to take a lot, but go ahead and I don't like to waste the paint. If I was painting the whole model, and I got a lot to paint up, but there's going to be a couple of passes. So, and I want to see if I got the consistency right. So I'm going to go ahead and mosey this on over to the airbrush area, and we will reconvene over there. Before you begin any paint airbrushing, it's always good to do a test paint to see the distance, and that's pretty much the distance I'm going to be from the model. The closer I get, the darker it would get. The further away I'm away, the wider. I have it set on 20 psi. Get yourself a turntable, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the Falcon and bring it over here. And if we have to add any more paint, I'm going to show you how to do it from the actual airbrush, at the actual airbrush. Okay, here we go. It's the area first we're going to be painting. Is you can't see the area, but I'm going to go paint in the first area right over here. And like I said, I'm going to be kind of back from it. It's going to take about a couple of passes. This will be our first pass. You take it and you. Oh, and make sure you're using a double action airbrush too. Remember, trying to achieve a light gray area finish on this. And since it's the Falcon, on the side it's not going to be a, you know, a pristine paint job because it's going to be the Falcon. So I want it to look kind of faded. So what I do is I go a little bit further and go a little bit in to kind of give it that smoke color, the gray and a little bit darker grays and lighter grays, because that's how the Falcon would look by now. Because it's been beat up pretty good in the Empire Strikes Back and all the other series that's been in. You get a little turntable and you can just turn the areas. I hope it's, I can't see the camera, so I sure hope it's showing you the areas. But when we get back in the studio, I'll make sure I zoom in on all the paint areas for you. You see, on this side there's got to be here and there. Majority of the paint is just taping the son of a gun up in here. And this area's got to be painted. And that's why Chuck showed me the secret to match the insignia white for me. They really were good. I'm glad because I'm going to need it. A little area over here. Yeah, I know it's out of the camera view over here. It's a big model. Yeah, that's some right over here. You'll be able to see. We'll let it dry and we'll come back over and do another pass. Make sure I didn't miss any of the areas. Okay. And we'll be back. Okay, we're back, and that's how the light gray came out on the model, and I'll kind of and over here in this area. So came out pretty good, I think. There is one area of what is overspray right here, and we got to clean that up. And I'm going to show you something that Chuck at Hub Hobby found for me. Okay, so what Chuck found for me was it's called Real Colors. It's mostly for painting military models and for plastic models, and it's the Insignia White FS 17875, and it very closely matches the Tamiya, one day, uh, paint, spray paint for the insignia white. But I want to point something out. You got to use a different thinner for the real colors. You got to use this thinner here from Tamiya, the L'Acquire. If you wonder why I pronounce things wrong, I'm just going to let you guys. I have dyslexia, so it's not a handicap. It's just that it's not something that um, it's something that I've overcome. But I there was no hooked on phonics when I was going to school. But L'Acquire thinner, and the teacher that taught me, that none was mean, so he wasn't working out too well. So I got you go to one little. I filled it up to like the first line here, kind of give you, and this is the paint. And remember, it's about 2 squirts of the paint. That's the way I could explain it. And now we're gonna. You got to shake this paint up good. You can't like take it out and undo it to get the. Now where's my mixer? Oh, I tell you, I I'm not going to go back there and get it again. I'm just going to come over here and give me a low. Nope, because I've done that too many times. All right, normally this is my channel. This is how it goes. Sometimes you have the stuff you're looking for, sometimes you don't. And I mean, somewhere in this studio, there's a little ball just goes around taking things. And that's one of its favorite things to take. Got one by the airbrush, and I have one right here. Well, when in doubt, do it this way. Get a little paintbrush and we'll stir it up that way. Make sure you mix it up really good. Okay, and when it has that milk consistency, and again, you try it on something. We're just gonna, let's see, I got like a little piece here where I like a little test piece. Come right over here. There we go. See how this thing works. And a black background. Yep, it's pretty close. And now we're gonna go to the other camera and show you what I have to touch up. I'm gonna let it dry. So, kind of push this down a little. There we go. So here it is. My foot. And yes, you do have to put thinner to and it's gonna dry very close to insignia white. Very close. See, I went a little bit over here with it. Now get it in there. And when it dries, it'll match the insignia white, and nobody will be able to tell the difference. So that's from Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it. Okay. Okay, thank you for joining me on that journey. I think it worked out pretty good in the back. So I got myself a new hotspot. The wife is happy. Didn't smell up the house. Happy wife, happy life. So good. For the time being, I have a state where I can stay back there to do my painting. On the next, so today we did again, we used the light gray from Archive X. The next is step C. We'll be painting using the dark gray areas. And I want to go one more time and say that this the model is as we're painting it. We're going to get into some detailed line drawings and weathering after we have painted the model. And the reason I'm not doing the model fully built and painting it, which is perfectly fine if you do it that way, it's because it would be too heavy for me. I have 380 discs, and there's no way I'm going to be able to pick this thing up and keep flipping it over. And also, we got a lot of electronics to do in this build. Y'all know the custom the custom work that I've done on the mods for the inside of the Falcon, and there's just no way I want to keep flipping this thing around with all those wires. No, no, no. But we are going to be moving on to something else that's coming to the channel as we wait for the parts for the Enterprise build. I'm going to be, let me show you here. Oh, let me get it. I went and ordered replacements for the inside of the cockpit. I got the replacements for it from oh, here we go again. The brain, I gotta write this stuff down. It's the only way I'm gonna remember it. From Paragraphics, that's it. From Paragraphics, and it's the all new LED. We're going to be using the little LED wires in there to light up all the panels, replacing the overhead of this with all the little lights blinking. So that's going to be a build that, as I wait on my Enterprise parts, I'm going to try to work on a little bit of a mod for the Falcon. And so that's going to be coming to the channel. Getting everything ready for it, because Lord knows, it's it can get pretty interesting for the pieces that I'm going to do. But yeah, so the Paragraphics Hot Pit mods coming to the channel, and we're going to be doing some really detailed lights on that, and we're going to bring a lot of lessons learned from the hold. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, please give it a like, and leave a comment or two if you have any questions. And don't forget to check out the other great channels that I have listed under my channel watch. They would appreciate it. And until next time, may the good news be yours.
Thank you for watching.